Okay, September 10th. So today in 1833, Andrew Jackson shut down the Second Bank of the United States. These national banks, well, the first one was created by Alexander Hamilton, believing that the country needed some safe banking system to hold federal funds and to regulate the economy. So after the charter expired, then the Second Bank of the United States was created by James Monroe, and the charter was coming due. And so Andrew Jackson was very opposed to the national banks, believing that it left too much power in the hands of the eastern bankers, and was a detriment to the southern and western states and the populations and the interests in those areas. So in 1833, after a long battle, he shut down the national bank by removing all federal funds. So the national bank continued for until 1941 or 1841 until it just expired or died. So he removed all of the federal funds, thereby shutting down the second national bank of the United States. So the United States went without a central bank for almost 80 years. It wasn't until 1913, when the Federal Reserve Act was passed, that a new central bank was created, with slightly different rules, or quite different rules. And so the Federal Reserve today holds the federal money, essentially, and then uses that to regulate the economy by buying and selling bonds, depending on how much money they wanted in the system, and then also regulating the interest rates that banks charge each other. So anyway, so in 1833, Andrew Jackson shut down the Second National Bank. And so that's why when they were doing the currency debates a couple of years ago, trying to remove Alexander Hamilton from the $10 bill, just because it was time to redesign the $10 bill, I was opposed to removing Alexander Hamilton because he did largely create our current banking system. So instead, they should have removed this guy, because this guy would be very opposed to our current system that we have today with the Federal Reserve. That's what I have for you today. I'll see you tomorrow.